Boy, a lot of traffic lights there, or car lights, we should say, headlights. Our thoughts really are with our friends in Louisiana, especially since this storm really looks to be headed straight there, David Paul.
If it does go in as a Cat 4, it'll be the strongest hurricane on that similar track to hit New Orleans since Betty in 1965. So it's been a long time since they've had a Cat 4, and that looks likely that that's going to be the case. Storm now has cleared the western tip of Cuba. It is still a Cat 1. Cuba really didn't do much to it. 80-mile-an-hour hurricane moving northwest at 15. That track is going to continue, and the forecast from all the spaghetti plots continue to be very tightly clustered right at southeast Louisiana, New Orleans area, Lake Pontchartrain. That is why it is this area under the hurricane warnings, which includes all of the mouth of the Mississippi River up to Lake Pontchartrain and New Orleans, where they expect to see hurricane conditions in New Orleans going into Sunday late afternoon, early evening as the storm moves in. Here's the forecast track from the Hurricane Center. Becomes Cat 4 going into Sunday morning, 140-mile-an-hour sustained winds. That'll have gusts to 165 or 170. And then just after landfall as a Cat 4, it weakens to a Cat 3, 125-mile-an-hour Cat 3. So this forecast puts a Cat 3 just to the south and west of the New Orleans Metroplex. That's going to put a tremendous amount of water and storm surge pressure across Lake Pontchartrain. And then once it gets north of I-10, forecasts continue to rapidly weaken it to a tropical storm. But Baton Rouge, sitting right here, is likely to take a hard hit from at least a Cat 1 going into late Sunday afternoon and early Sunday evening. So why the rapid intensification forecast? Couple of reasons. Number one, the water temperatures here over the Gulf, and especially the northern Gulf south of Louisiana, running 88 to 91 degrees. That is almost bath water. But the bigger reason is the upper level wind pattern. What we have up top at 34,000 feet is a large clockwise flow of wind. That's called an upper level ridge. It creates something up top called upper level diffluence. It allows the exhaust from the hurricane to just flow freely, and it is that will allow the hurricane to rapidly intensify. So New Orleans is facing a tough weekend. Landfall early Sunday afternoon in southeast Louisiana as a Cat 4. Storm surge on the coast, 7 to 11 feet plus, probably some 15-foot surge totals. Inland, dozens of tornadoes and at least 6 to 12 inches of rain. So inland flooding and inland damage from tornadoes, along with the hurricane and tropical storm force winds, will cause widespread power outages as well. Now for Houston and Galveston, it's far enough away so our impacts are really almost zero. A light northeast breeze, partly cloudy hot with a few scattered thunder showers. However, on the immediate coast, wave activity will increase and we will see an increased rip current threat for swimmers.